Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, in our last video, we gave you a brief overview of the Divi builder and how easy it is to use and add modules, rows, columns, etc. In this one, I'm going to demonstrate the different types of background you can use with the builder. And they've got some fantastic options, they really do. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the visual builder. And let's use our top section as an example today. So let's go in there. Blue tab for the section here. You'll always find backgrounds under content here. And we've got several different types. We've got color, gradient, image, which we've got on this one here, background video, background pattern, background mask. And you can combine several of these things together, and I'll demonstrate that as we go along. So let's get rid of the actual background that we've got here, which is a background image, and we'll start from scratch. Okay, there's our default section now with no background at all. First one you've got here is color. If you click on it, it'll give you a basic color palette down here. Or if you click on the little dots down below, add color, it'll give you a more extensive color palette. Now, once you've loaded a color, you'll find it in the color field here. And as you can see, that's the color it's put behind there. If you're not sure that you like that color, just click on the color field. And there's a little round icon there that you can drag, change it to any color you want. And you're left with two sliders here. One's a sort of brightness, and the other one's opacity, which is if you've got something behind it, you'll start to see it as you bring the opacity down. It's getting lighter in color as I bring that down because we've got a white color behind there, and that's common to all colors there. Now, once you've got a color in there, let's perhaps change that to a blue. Once you've got a color in there and you're happy with it, just save. We've also got gradients. If I move next door, we've got background gradients. If I hit the plus on this one, we roll down a bit. It puts a blue and a green in there by default, which is fine. To change those colors, just click on it and obviously put in whatever color you want to put in yours. To add more colors, just click on the little bar here. You'll see a little plus there. Let's go to the halfway mark, 50%. Let's add a new color. Again, just click on that color. Let's make this white. But I want to take the opacity down a little bit so it's not quite as white as that. So let's roll this opacity slider down a little bit. That's good. And you can change the stops on the color by dragging them inward. You see that red getting deeper at the top and the purple getting deeper at the bottom if I do that. And you can get some wonderful effects. They've just up their gradients here so you can get some wonderful effects on them. You can change the gradient type. We got linear, you can do circular, get some fantastic effects that way. Elliptical, conical. And you can almost split your colors up like that. I go back up here to these sliders. If I actually get rid of the white in there, or right clicking on it, remove that gradient stop, we've just got a red and a purple. If you want those to be split exactly, just put them on top of each other. Let's move that up to 50%, move that one up to 50%. And you've got a straight line there. And that's a great little effect there. And obviously you can move it wherever you want to move it. It doesn't have to be in the middle. Just as long as they're on top of each other. You can get some awesome effects, you really can. Let's leave that kind of how it was. And I'm going to have it back to horizontal, or linear, I should say. There we go. Fantastic. Now you could repeat your gradients. Let's roll that back down if you want to do that. And you can have two of them there. You can change it by percentage. Let's turn that off at the moment. You can add a background image and place this above the image if you want to. Now, for anybody that wonders what an admin label is, if I click on this, if I go down to my little purple button right here, click on it and expand it, over on the left-hand side, we've got a little icon called wireframe view. If you click on that, it takes you to the kind of the back end view. So we've got a section, we've got a row, got a module, section, row, module, etc. Now at the moment, our section is just called section. That's the admin label. So if we want to change it to hero section, or whatever you want to call yours, just makes it easy to identify on the back end here. As you can see, that's changed that up there. If you've got a lot of modules, it's a great little feature. Well, let's go back to front end there. I'm going to hit the desktop view down there, and you can flip to tablet and mobile view, which is great for designing your site from mobile upwards if you want to do that. But we're just looking at backgrounds today. Great. So there's the gradient, and you can do all kind of things with it. Next up, we've got a background image, and we used that the other day. It's fairly explanatory. Let's just add a background image. Pop in the image you want. There it is right there. But if we roll down, we've got some great little features here. We can use a parallax effect if we flip this to on. There's two different types. There's true parallax, which if I roll this up, you can see that image is actually moving at a different rate than the front of the site there. Great little effect. I apologize if it's glitchy. It's very smooth. My screen recording software occasionally makes it look glitchy. And there's CSS parallax. Now that is also known as fixed background. If we look at that image now, roll up the site, it's going to stay exactly where it is. And that's very dramatic. You see this on a lot of sites. Let's just turn that parallax off now. So we're back to our normal image in the background. You can change your image size, cover, fit, actual size, stretch to a custom size. Get it how you want. I'm happy with mine like that though. Background image position, the default, it puts it center. So it doesn't matter how high your section is, you'll see the center of the image always. And you can change this to top left, etc. down here. But I'm happy with mine to be center. I don't want to repeat because it's covering my whole section here. Now here's a really interesting one. Background image blend. We can actually blend this image with a background color or gradient. Now if I select this and hit multiply, remember that gradient we built with the purple on the bottom and the red on the top? It's multiplied that with the image. And you can get some fantastic effects. They've got so many here, screen. Let's go down to some of these down here, difference. Saturation. Great one I use a lot of the time is luminosity. Like I say, you can get some fantastic effects. Let's just roll back up now. Let's take that blend back to normal. And what I'll do is I'm going to take this gradient away now. Just click on it, hit the little trash can and get rid of it. Remember I put a color in there, it was just a single blue. If we go back to our image now, go down to our blend, let's blend this with multiply. Gives it that nice blue hue. Now you can do this with the black as well. If I go back to that color and make it a black, it's just going to show it as complete black. And it's a great way of darkening down images. I mean, that's a bit too much, obviously, because you can't see any image. But to see more of the image through it, just click on the field, use your opacity slider to bring it down. And if you want to darken down an image just to have some text or something stand out on top of it, that's a great way of doing it. So there's how to blend images, colors, and gradients. What you can also do, let's change that back to that blue perhaps. What you can also do, you can add a background pattern. Click on background pattern, hit the plus. They got polka dots there. I don't know if you can see that. If I change it to white, you can certainly see it. There we are. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Click on the little field where it says polka dots here. It'll give you plenty of other options. But you can create some fantastic effects by using these. Let's put that sort of meshy looking thing in there. Obviously, that's a mess and it's way too much. Let's take it down a lot in size and you can flip it round. You can have opposites. You can make it the color and the background white there. Obviously, you can rotate it. You can flip it top and bottom, left and right. Those won't do much for this today, but they're options. I'm going to go into pattern size just down below. I'm going to say custom size. I'm going to make it pretty small. Now this might look a bit fuzzy on your screen when I take it down. Something a little bit bigger than that. Something that looks like a bit of a mesh there. Something like that. But obviously that's too in your face. Well, for me it is. So again, we're just going to click on the color here. I'm going to take the opacity slider down. So it's just a nice little, gives it a scaling meshy effect in the background there. A bit like a snake skin or something like that. Like I say, you can get some great effects going on like that. So that's a background pattern. You can also use a background mask. This over here, we look at this. Add a background mask. Then you've got various different options to use here. I quite often use that one. I like it. And again, if you've got a white color there and you just want to show some of it through, drag the opacity down. And you've got that nice little shutter effect there. Or mask effect, I should say. But you can still see some of that image through there. We'll make that purple. There's just a few of the effects, and of course you can add a background video if you want to. Let's replace that image with a background video. I'm going to hit background video over here. I'm going to go over to pexels.com, great free stock video site. Let's choose a video. Let's maybe say ocean. I guess I should have said space or something, but and it comes up with a bunch of videos like here. Just roll over one. It'll start rolling the video for you. Let's get something with a bit of movement going on here. Oh, I quite like those jellyfish. Let's click on it. When you click on it, there's a little chevron up here. It gives you different sizes. I'm going to use HD. Again, you don't want to use a size any bigger than you actually need. HD should do for me. It'll be a smaller file size and not put so much pressure on my hosting server. I've hit the download. Mine downloads to my browser window here. I'm using Google Chrome. We go back to our builder now. I can hit add background video button and drag this video up here and release. And we'll upload the video. Get rid of our background image there by clicking on the background image. Just get rid of it. And there we've got a little video in the background. Again, I'm sorry if that stutters. That's my screen recording software. And you can take your mask or change your mask or take it away if you want to. Keep the straight video there, background pattern. If you want to take that away, left with just a video. So there's an overview of using the backgrounds with this. Let's just pop that image back in there. We'll save our changes. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. There's a brief overview of using backgrounds with a Divi theme. There's a lot of options and you can get some fantastic effects. You really can with very little work. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you or make a little demo video like this one. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.